coins and handed the rest to Rahim. "Please go and take this money to the widow Halima and to the orphan who lives at the end of the street," she instructed. By now, Ameer happened to walk by a mosque. It was almost Maghrib time, but he did not go to the mosque and he did not offer salah. Outside the mosque sat two young boys reading verses from the Quran. Ameer heard every word they said but pretended not to. He hurried down the road. As the sun went down, Ameer reached home. He felt much better. His stomachache had gone. Soon after, he settled down in his big comfortable bed to sleep. But during the night, he began to have nightmares. First, he saw his father crying and wailing, "Ameer, Ameer, listen to me, my son. Listen to my words." Ameer was terrified. "My son, all you care about is money. You never pray, you never give charity, you ignore the sick and the poor. Oh, Ameer, if you don't change your ways, Allah will punish you." Ameer let out a cry and suddenly woke up. "Oh, it was just a dream, he told himself. It wasn't real. Eventually, he calmed himself down, then went back to sleep. Not long after did he begin to have another nightmare. This time, he saw a woman holding a baby. Help me, my baby is sick," cried the woman. In the dream, Ameer looked at the woman. Suddenly, he saw the face of his mother. Ameer let out a scream so loud it woke him up. He was sweating. "It's just another bad dream," he told himself. "It's just a dream." After what seemed like a long while, Ameer went back to sleep again. But soon he was having another nightmare. This time in his dream, his gold and silver were wrapped around his neck like a chain. He could hardly walk. Just then he saw the boy dressed in rags lying in a corner. He touched the boy's hand. It felt cold and lifeless. Ameer let out a thunderous cry, "Ah!" and sat up on his bed with a jump. Oh, it was just another dream, he sighed. He felt so relieved. Ameer climbed out of bed and washed himself, and then for the first time in a long time, he made wudu. After praying and asking for forgiveness from Allah, he changed into a fresh suit of clothes and filled a bag full of money and a basket full of food. All night long he roamed through the streets until finally he found the boy dressed in rags. The boy was sleeping huddled up against a brick wall. Ameer left the basket of food and a handful of gold coins next to the boy. Next, he began to search for the woman with the baby, and not long after he found her sitting under a tree with her baby who was fast asleep. "Assalamu alaikum," said Ameer. "Wa alaikum assalam, brother," returned the mother. "Here, this is for medicine and for Eid," said Ameer, and he dropped 2 handfuls of coins near the baby. "Subhanallah, Subhanallah, oh bless you," cried the woman, gathering the coins. She was so happy, and so was Ameer. It felt good to help someone in need of help. After Salatul Eid, Ameer gave money to the children around him and wished everyone Eid Mubarak. He saw Rahim and rushed up to him and embraced him. "Eid Mubarak, Rahim," cried the happy man. Rahim looked at Ameer in disbelief. He couldn't believe his eyes. "EID Kareem Ameer," exclaimed Rahim with his eyes and mouth wide open. Ameer gave Rahim a big hug and then he placed something in his hand. Rahim watched Ameer walking around and greeting everyone. He felt very happy. Then he looked at his hand and there lay 5 gold pieces. "Subhanallah," cried Rahim. From that day on, Ameer was a changed man. He still had the biggest house and the biggest car and the biggest bank account, but he shared his wealth and never turned anyone away. He gave to the poor, the sick and the needy, and he always offers salah at the mosque. MashaAllah. The end. We learned that Ameer was not a very nice man to begin with, but he soon learned from his mistakes and asked for forgiveness from Allah and became a very nice man. It's very important to ask for forgiveness when we do something wrong, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all forgiving.